Good afternoon, all of you. This is M. Murali Krishna, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today, I will explain about what are photopolymers and what is photopolymerization and what is photoresist. So, today's class we are discussing these topics. In previous classes, we are discussing about the what is the introduction of additive manufacturing, what is introduction of rapid prototyping, what is the process of rapid prototyping, and what is the process and working principle of the stereolithography. These topics we are discussing in previous classes. So today we are discussing about the what is photopolymers and what is photopolymerization and what is photoresist. So first of all, what is photopolymers? Polymer or plastic that undergoes a change in physical or chemical properties when exposed to light. So the photopolymers means if a polymer or any plastic we should take and to form uh, a new product in that manufacturing technology. That's why in these photopolymers are used to change the physical or chemical properties when exposed to light. I am applying, suppose I am taking a stereolithography apparatus. So in that apparatus, a UV light, ultraviolet light is passing through that liquid resin. So in the resin, I am converted into a final product of the object. So that's why the physical properties and chemical properties are changed to convert a final product of the object. So the liquid is converted into solid. So that's why I am using the photopolymers. So it is useful to change the physical properties and chemical properties of that liquid resin. So that is the photopolymers. And what is photoresist? A photosensitive liquid polymer used in photolithography to produce integrated circuits. So I am using photoresist. It should be creating a integrated circuits in that liquid polymer resin. So I am taking a liquid resin in stereolithography operators. So in that product, some circuits are integrated circuits are available on that product. How it should be developed and how it should be produced in that product. So I am using the photoresist. It should be converted into the liquid polymer resin into the integrated circuits of the photoresist. Okay, so that is photoresist. And next one, photopolymers are imaging compositions based on polymers, polygomers, monomers, which can be selectively polymerized and or cross-linked upon image-wise exposure by light radiation such as ultraviolet light. For final use, they are made into different forms, including film or sheet, and also liquid, solution, etc., which find outlets in printing plates, photoresist, stereolithography, and image processing. So these photopolymers are used the imaging composition based on polymers, oligomers, monomers, which can be selectively polymerized. So these photopolymers are used to develop the imaging technologies of the any manufacturing machines to be produced any different types of parts in that additive manufacturing. So that's why I'm using the photopolymers. It should be a very uh, image processing techniques and also cross-linked upon image-wise exposure. The light radiation should be correctly fall onto that product it should be converted into the liquid resin should be converted into a solid product of the object. So that's why the photopolymers are used to create a products in that stereolithography operators. What is photoresist work? So the photoresists are used to make integrated circuits, flat panel plate, panel displays, printed circuits, chemically milled parts. So in these operations, the integrated circuits, flat panel displays, printed circuits, chemically milled parts. In these operations, I am using the stereolithography operators or any other manufacturing equipment. I am using the photoresist technology. So in this technology, I am using these operations should perform easily in additive manufacturing. So that's why I am using the photoresist operation. A photopolymer product can be applied as a very thin coating, as in liquid photoresists are formed into a large model, as in a stereolithography equipment. So a photopolymer product can be applied as a very thin coating, as in liquid photoresists are formed into a large model as an a stereolithography equipment. So that type of photopolymer in that product, it is a very thin coating material. It is used in liquid photoresist are formed into a large model in the stereolithography operators. So there are two types of photoresist. One is positive photoresist and another one is negative photoresist. So one is positive photoresist and second one is negative photoresist. So generally positive resist is giving a better resolution compared to negative resist. This is because a negative resist swell during development process, hence affect the resolution. So when compared to the negative photoresist, the I am taking a positive photoresist, it should be giving a very better resolution compared to the negative photoresist. So that's why I am using the positive photoresist. So this is the technology and this is the positive photoresist formation. You can see and you can observe the positive photoresist. It has a resist, silicon oxide layer and silicon layer. So these are the positive photoresist layer formation, and the upper face of the photoresist, there is a mask is placed on the positive photoresist. So you can see the overall diagram of the positive photoresist. So it is a silicon layer, silicon oxide layer and resist formation layer, and mask is placed in the upward of the photoresist. So this is the positive photoresist layer. So it should give the a very good resolution of that product. So resolution is very important. Suppose I am making a product, suppose I am making a gear or I am making any panel, or I am making any circuit panel. So in that panel I should be manufactured at very good resolution of that product. So that's why I'm using the high rate of photoresist components. So that's why I'm using a positive photoresist. I'm not using for positive photoresist, I'm using some negative photoresist. So the resolution of that product should be decreased. So that is the difference between the positive photoresist and negative photoresist. So what are the methods for positive photoresist? Photo mask is placed between UV source and the wafer. So the photo mask is placed between the UV source. So the ultraviolet light should be passing over the liquid resin. We should place on that liquid resin and the photo mask it should be passing at the photo mask. So the UV light source is passing through the photo mask. After that, in that photo mask, the light should be passing over the liquid, and region exposed to UV radiation become soluble. So exposure of UV radiation become soluble in nature, and due to change in chemical structure and when developed by developer solution, these regions are easily removed. Upon development, exposure areas are removed, patterns form are same as those on mask. So in this development, exposure areas should be removed in this positive photorest. So exposure area should be removed in this positive photoresist. So the UV radiation should be passing through this positive photoresist. Is there any exposure areas? It should be removed. So that is one advantages also. And negative photoresist. So you can see and you can observe the negative photoresist. The resist, what is the resist of the positive photoresist and negative photoresist? So you can see the difference between the positive photoresist and negative photoresist. Okay, so it has also resist and silicon oxide and silicon, and upper phase of the mask is available, but the resist formation is different at the negative resist and positive photoresist. So what are the negative methods for negative photoresist? What are the methods for negative photoresist? Pattern form are the reversed of mask. After exposure, the exposed area of negative resist absorbs the UV radiation and the polymerization takes place. So this reaction caused cross-linking of polymer making insoluble to develop the solution. Upon development, only the unexpected area with no polymer linking reaction are washed away. So this is the method of negative photoresist applying on the uh, manufacturing machines. So the pattern formed are the reversed of mask. So the pattern is forming on that mask, it should be reversed. And after exposure, the exposed area of negative resist absorbs the UV radiation and the polymerization takes place. So in the stereolithography operators, the UV light is passing through that photoresist. So it should apply, and the layer by layer formation is formed on that base of that material. Okay, so in that base of that material, it should be forming. Is there any exposure area should be placing on that negative photoresist? It should absorb the UV radiation and polymerization takes place. In that positive photoresist, there is any exposure area, it should be removed. So that is the difference between the positive photoresist and negative photoresist. So this reaction caused cross-linking of polymer making. So in this negative photoresist, I am using the cross-linking of polymer. I'm making a pattern. Uh, in the stereolithography operators, I'm making a pattern. I'm making a product. So that is the cross-linking product. So I am using this type of negative photoresist compared to the positive photoresist. Okay, so in this negative photoresist I am using, it should be making it insoluble to develop the solution. Upon development, only the unexpected area with no polymer linking reaction are washed away. So in this, there is any unexpected or unexposed area, it should be removing and it should be washed at the polymer linking reaction of the negative photoresist. So these are the methods for negative photoresist. And what is photopolymerization? What is photopolymerization? So review of radical ionic polymerization. It has free radical polymerization and ionic polymerization. So in this, initiators have direct method, azo components, peroxides or redox reactions, and ionic polymerization have alkali metal suspensions and alkali or lithium reagents. So these are the reactions in the polymerization. So what is polymerization? It means it can also be induced by supplying the initiation energy through irradiation with visible or ultraviolet light, high energy or ionizing radiation, or by the passage of an electric current. So it can also be induced supplying between the energy of radiation, it is to be visible or ultraviolet light. And the photopolymerization is useful to the generation of high energy or ionizing the radiation at the passage of an electronic current. So that is the photopolymerization. So what is the process of photopolymerization? You can see once. So there is a monomer or uncross linked polymer. So it is forming into the ultraviolet light is passing through the cross linked polymer. So it should be, you can observe there is a negative photoresist is applying on the cross linked polymer. So it is converted into the solvent to remove unpolymerized on an uncross linked material. And finally the relief image I am getting on this photopolymerization process. So what is the figure? It is photopolymerization as photographic process. Eliminating of a monomer or cross-linked polymer forms an insoluble relief image. So any monomer that will undergo chain reaction polymerization is suitable to photopolymerization or photosensitized polymerization. The absorption steps and the termination reactions are generally not affected. So the advantage of photopolymerization and photosensitized polymerization is that the initiation process may take place over a wide range of temperatures and with a greater specificity than it is found in chemically initiated systems. So the other monomers such as styrene or methyl uh, methacrylate are susceptible to direct photopolymerization when exposed to 300 Newton meter or shorter wavelength light. So these are the monomers of the photopolymerization. So in this photopolymerization process, it is a chain reaction to applying uh, the formation of a product in the stereolithography operators in additive manufacturing system. So this is the chain reaction is forming the liquid resin into a solid product of the stereolithography operators. So these are the reactions it should be taking, and temperatures to be managed. So the liquid resin is converted into a final product of the final product of the stereolithography operators in additive manufacturing by using these photopolymers and these photopolymerization equipment. Okay, thank you. I will show some examples. Just a second. I will show one video. You can observe it. What is photopolymerization and what is the process of photopolymerization? He is explaining. You can observe once. So this is the photopolymerization process. It is the diagram, the laser, optics, scanning galvanometers and platform. So that is the VAT. This is the product formation. So the laser light is passing through the a scanning galvanometer, it should fall onto that liquid resin, it should be forming a final product of the object. So it is a 3D printing technology whereby liquid plastic is exposed to a laser beam or ultraviolet light. During this exposure, the light converts the liquid into a solid. So in this operation, the liquid should be converted into a solid product of the operation. So an ultraviolet light is used to cure or harden the resin wherever required, while the platform moves the object downwards after each layer is cured on this equipment.
UV light or laser beam is directed across the surface of the resin. So you cannot direct the laser beam into the resin. So it has to be directed across the surface of the resin. And when the UV light or laser beam is directed across the surface of the laser beam, the photopolymer which is contained in the vat or the container, it starts to solidify. The light source can be moved in X and Y axis. So whatever the light source you have in the form of a laser and then scanner system, it can be moved in X and Y direction around the platform or the container. The third step involves when the light beam interacts.
So the photopolymer, what he's told is a large container with a movable platform. So the light source should be uh, it should be moving at x and y direction and x and y axis of that base of the photopolymer resin. So the light beam interacts with the resin, it should get hardened. So the whenever the light should be interacts with that liquid resin, it should be hardened. So it gets hardened precisely where the light hits the surface. Once the layer is completed, the platform lower than the z-axis by a distance equal to the layer thickness. So the process should be continuous until the entire object should be completed in this photopolymerization technique. So by using this photopolymerization technique, so the laser light is passing through that scanner system. So in this scanner system, the laser beam is interacts with the liquid resin. Whenever the liquid resin is interacts with the laser beam, it should be hardened material of that liquid resin. So it should be converted into a solid product of the object. So the layer by layer formation across the process should be continuous until the entire object should be completed. So that is the process of the photopolymerization forming a product in the stereolithography operators. So this is the one example. You can observe this video. So these are the products produced by using these photolithography operators. So that is the UV light passing through that mirror. That is the liquid resin. So in that liquid resin, whenever the laser beam is interacts with the liquid resin, it should be converted into a solid object. So the process should be continued until the layer by layer formation at the end of the object should be completed. Okay, so that is the laser beam is passing through that mirror and it should be interacts with that liquid resin. By using this polymerization process, the product should be developed layer by layer until the process should be until the product should be completed the end of the object. So you can observe that layer by layer formation is continuing. So you can observe it. So that is the layer by layer formation. Whenever the laser beam light is interacts with the liquid resin, it should be hardened. So the products are developed. The product should be completed by using this photo lithography operators. What he is doing is he is removing the post processing operation. It should be, it has some temperature, it should be cool, and after that he is removing that objects. So these are the products is developing by using this photolithography operators. Okay, so this is the process. Thank you guys.